Hey, it's Rin. And as you can see from this video, I am doing a bit of a story right now. It's a story drawing video. The reason why I'm making this is because I got a new laptop. My old laptop was beginning to become slow with the ever-evolving artistic video thing I'm trying to do. It was getting slow, and at first I thought I would need a new monitor, like for a computer, an actual computer. So maybe I thought that maybe the computer could take the workload. But then I realized that my mom realized that I didn't need a monitor because monitors cost hella expensive, especially the ones that I needed. So then she was like, "Why don't you just get a new laptop?" So after digging around, I got this new laptop. It's a gaming laptop, faster frame rate and bigger gigabytes. So this laptop is sure to come in handy. And so then I'm making this as just a bit of a test, test on these new on the updated applications that I am currently using. And I'm choosing this type of form of a test because it kind of ties into what I kind of want to do. Hopefully next year, I'm hoping, just to talk about character creation. And this story ties into that. It's the story of my character in how I came up with her, and what led to her current design. And all right, here we go. I guess I gotta go to, back to the very beginning. During the summer of grade 6 going on to grade 7, I got discovered DeviantArt for the first time. And I didn't sign up right away because I thought I had to pay the thing. So I began to watch this girl on DeviantArt, and her style was kind of Tim Burton-y, and I was getting into the whole Tim Burton style. So then I began watching her for many years. I still kind of do, but she's kind of life's starting to kidnap her from my view. She had this thing going on where she had her character meet different characters, and I kind of was digging that. And she had a persona in her stories just to interact with her OCs, and I kind of liked that idea. My friend did too. I got her into what I was watching at the time, and well, art surfing. So then we decided to make OCs of our own. I'm not so sure about her. I don't know if she does have her old OC anymore. I certainly still do. So the first idea I had for a character OC isn't Rin, actually. It was this character who I named Cinder. And yes, I got her name from the character Cinder off of The Legend of Spyro. This is because, well, I kind of like this, and I like the name Cinder. Cinder was my favorite character, and I loved her name. So I went with Cinder, and what Cinder was a nine-tailed beast. It's a little stereotypical to choose such a beast, but yeah, it was that. Before that, I was gonna have Cinder a fawn, and it's a little surprising that I wanted to start out as a fawn. But my friend said that fawns are kind of lame, and I kind of believed her for a bit. So I went with this nine-tail design. Cinder was a bit depressing to work with because I was going through that phase where teenagers go a little bit too depressed stages. I was going through some stuff, and Cinder reflected that. I got tired after a while, so I dropped the whole Nine-Tail OC thing, and I went with this character, which you will see during the Skybreaker series. Her name was Dusk, and fun fact, Dusk will be voiced by me. It's a little nod to the fact that she used to be my persona. But back onto Dusk. Dusk started out as a blonde, pigtailed girl. She still had the bit of a canine ear. She had the ears and the tail. Her design was kind of based off of Red 13. I really liked that design, so I also gave her the flame tip at the end of the tail. I got rid of that way long ago now. But the problem with Dusk was that at the end of my I'm thinking third year of high school, I was realizing that Dusk was far from what I was. She was blonde, she was happy, she was a ball of energy, and it was far from what I was. I finally got out of that emo stage, as I liked calling it, and I was a bit more happier. But the thing is that I'm a bit more mellow. When I'm by myself, I'm mellow. I'm a bit of an introvert, except when you get me talking. I'm a bit of a chatterbox, but it's far from a ball of energy. If I have to compare Dusk to anybody, it would have to be Star from the Forces of versus the Forces of Evil, and that's not me. So I finally let Dusk go, and if you think that I came up with Rin right away, I did not. If you noticed for the first two, my persona OCs did not look like me at all. And this is because I had a little self-love. I thought that my look was boring, and it wouldn't make a good persona OC. But after I let Dusk go, I was playing Kingdom Hearts at the time, and during that phase, I have a bit of a switch phase between Digimon and Pokemon. One moment I would be into Pokemon, then the next moment I would be into Digimon, and then I would go back and forth. And my Digimon Switch was on, so as I was playing Kingdom Hearts, I was wondering who would be my companions, and what would I have if I went into different dimensions. So the very first time, I drew myself, and I like this little version of myself. I still have the picture. If I find it, I will post it up for you guys to see it. This is the very first picture I did of Ren. This is her basis. This is me. I figured that if I ever did come across my partner Digimon, which was an Agumon, he would be annoyed with my antics. As you can pretty much clearly might see, is that I'm a bit of I am a chatterbox, and I stutter a lot. So that would probably pretty much annoy my partner, so to speak. So I did that. I drew the cheating me, pretty much annoying him, annoying the partner that I wanted. So with this little basis, we could finally go into the evolution of Rin. This is probably a moment that you guys wanted to, some of you wanted to know. So, I began to dabble a bit with this character. I didn't choose Rin right away. I kind of dabbled a bit with the name. I didn't really want to use my actual name. Well, at first it was because my name is kind of simple, and I wish it was a bit more fancier. But now I just kind of don't want to use my actual name because well, there's a lot of creepy weirdos on the internet. So what I went with was Anna. I chose Anna because Anna is my favorite princess, and Rin because um I thought it was the simple name, and I kind of and Rin likes that simpleness, so I kind of meshed that together to make Anna Rin. And for the Camilia, I just kind of chose the random name, something that kind of made the rhythm, and Camilia was it, I guess. So then, dabbling with the design, I gave her the tail, but before the tail, I tried making her a dragon. Actually, I thought that since dragons were my favorite mythological creature, I thought that the dragon would be a great fit. So I made her into the style of Jake Long style. You know how he transforms into a dragon, and the first season he looked really good and fleshed out. I'm just gonna let you know the second season design I absolutely hate because he's skinnier and lankier, and I really liked that first season where he was fleshed out. But then I went back to the human design mostly because it was a bit more simpler to draw, and I was beginning to get down the style of drawing a human being. So then I decided, well, what can I give her that to make her a bit more exciting to play with, or to which to play with. So I decided to give her a tail. The first choice of a tail wasn't the monkey tail. I thought that since cats are my favorite animal besides the dragon, I would go with the cattail because I knew that I wanted a third limb for Rin. Just the tail, just helping her out with climbing and hanging on to stuff and grabbing stuff. I know that cattails don't have that function. No matter what, no matter how hard I would try to move the tail and try to pick things up, that's not in the realm of possibility. They just don't have the muscle in the tails to do that such a thing. So then that's when I decided to go with the monkey tail. If you're wondering what type of monkey the tail belongs to, it's the spider monkey tail. And then came the donkey ears. I should let you know that the donkey ears are not there anymore. They're kangaroo ears. But I went with the donkey ears because I saw Rin as a dork. I'm a bit of a dork, so I wanted Rin to reflect that. And I thought, I knew that donkey ears would be a good fit because their ears are huge and they gives the dorky look. But then I went with the kangaroo later because kangaroos are a bit shorter and they're a lot wider, and that's what I wanted. And they're a bit more easier to draw over the donkey ears, so kangaroo ears stuck. Then I made a choice that changed Rin's design completely. I decided to make her father a demon, going back to that thing with dusks that I created for her. I really like the demon aspect. That really sounds pretty weird, but going back to the deviant artist that I used to watch, she had demon OCs, and her OCs looked they looked like dragons to me. They didn't look like demons, so that was that. And side note, the whole demons with the little cat ears like in Inuyasha, I absolutely hate that design. I'm sorry if you love Inuyasha, but I seriously don't like that they made demons pretty much people with cat ears. That is not those aren't demons to me. That is absolutely lazy just to make them look cat-like. But back to the matter at hand. I made that decision to make Rin's father a demon. So then I thought that since her father was a demon, I would probably should try to make her have the qualities of the demon. And I went with the hooves because I was better making hind legs over human legs. I still have a bit of a trouble with the human legs. I still got to get that down some in time, but hind legs are better suited for me because I absolutely love drawing hind legs. So goat legs was there, and at first I had the pants over them, but after what the decision I tried making, it didn't go out smoothly. I tried designing Rin's form completely. This appeared to be a huge mistake, because the design I had for Rin was that a design that looked a bit like Dingodile, the character from Crash Bandicoot. I loved that character. He was my favorite racer, and I loved that huge big feet and the crocodile tail design. So I had Rin wear baggy pants with the big pod feet, the crocodile tail, and I kind of liked it, but the backlash spoke otherwise, and a lot of the backlash came from my friends, surprisingly. So I went back to the uh, goat leg design, and then I finally removed the pants, and that was a little bit more better. Apparently, I should let you know that drawing pants over hind legs is actually kind of difficult. That's why I got rid of them in the second first place. So, this was her design for a long while. All she had for the demon parts was just wings. I gave her horns that can come out of her head at will at certain points. She still has the curved horned look that I originally gave her. And then I tried giving her a bit of a dog nose. I have no idea why I got rid of that. This was her design for a while, because originally for the Skybreaker series, I had Chernabog be Ren's father, but I didn't find that appealing after a while, especially after the ability I gave to Rin, the elemental ability. At first it was fire, but after a chat with my friend, we both came to the conclusion that Rin's element is earth, and as her father's just not gonna mesh with the earth element well. So I decided to go with the more original dad design, and I came up with Gyla. Considering Gyla's look, I decided that I should probably now try farming Rin's whole demon design, give her an original look. Then that's when I dabbled with her design again. This time, I wasn't gonna take any backlash from this new design I was creating. So now we come into my favorite part of the video, the one I'm excited for, the design for Rin's new look. I now have that Rin is actually just using a hollow projector spell to try to give her a human look. But because Rin is really sucky with magic, she didn't do it properly. So she only got the upper half illusion spell correctly. So that's why she has a human appearance, upper body, but the rest of her looks just like a deformed fawn. So it's kind of funny when you think about it. Rin is just this demon who her butt sticking out of her human costume, human disguise, so to speak. And it works because fawns exist, because people know of fawns and they think that's what she is. But actuality, she's a lot more different than they had expected. So then whenever she finally gets rid of her disguise, the people that she's with all pretty much die of heart attacks. uh, so, um, so going on to this new design, I wanted to bring in my nationality into my thing, so to speak. And many of you probably think, oh, this means she probably went with the Wendigo design. If you don't know what a Wendigo is, it's a thing in my mythological roster. It surprisingly sometimes comes in the form of a big deer. You know, like a deer that walks on two legs. This is actually not the case, actually. I just kind of went with a furry design. Maybe there's a bit of Wendigo in there, but what I wanted was just kind of a hunched over mammal. As I was doing the face, I thought for a moment, what kind of animal can I do that's in my nationality, in my country. So I was going over hoofed animals, and I decided to go with a moose. Yes, a moose. Rin's design is basically just a walking, talking demon moose, and that's kind of terrifying when I speak about it. So Rin is just pretty much a big moose, and I gave her the mane just because I kind of like the mane idea, and I couldn't get the neck properly. If you know how moose look, you can tell their necks are really fat, and I tried giving her that fat look with the thing under the chin that moose has, and that didn't look so good. So that's why I gave her that huge mane. It was fur at first, but her mane has this grassy texture. And then you come down to her legs, where she has the red fur on her legs. She didn't originally have this, and I wasn't planning on giving this to her. And if I had the option, I would have wanted those fluffs to be green, just like her mane. But they're red, just like her red bang, because I made her fur legs in real life. Unfortunately, I messed up on the design of the legs, and because of that, there's this huge gap between the pants and the hooves. The hooves I made very awkwardly. There's this huge gap between the top of the hoof and the pants. And when you look at them, you could obviously see the big hole in my shoes. So then I was like, okay, well, I gotta cover up that huge hole. And I went to my local party city, because I remember those pom-poms that sometimes people wear on their legs. You know, like for, I don't know, maybe for parties, cheerleaders wear those things on their legs. Maybe the leg warmers. There we go. That's the name of the thing. I got a pair of furry leg warmers, and they were fur. And I got these long before I made the decision to use them as fur to play on the gap. I chose red because I like that red, the whole red color. If I thought ahead of time, I would have gotten the green, and maybe I should get the green, but I got the red floofs now. So I put that over the hole and hoofs, and I kind of like that look with Rin having the little around her legs. So that's where her out of place red fur legs comes from. So now we reach the final note of this entire story. The point of this whole thing, I guess, I wasn't going to try to make a point, but I guess there is. If I wanted to give advice for people who want to make a persona, a persona OC, because I've had some people come to me and ask if I can help them create their OCs and write backstories for them. I'm sorry, I can't really help you with that, but if I can give you a little bit of advice from the story that I just told about Rin's creation, is that your OC, persona OC, has to have self-love. This is, I guess, the moral of the story, is that you gotta have self-love. Because if you recall the designs that I had for Dusk and Cinder, they weren't me. And this is because I didn't love myself. Ever since I did draw Rin, I have become to love myself a little bit more and more. So, if you have self-love, then you should have a little bit of more easier time coming up with the design, because your persona OC has to reflect you. I love Ren now. I won't be where I am today without Ren. A lot of the people, my friends, my fans, they love Ren. Because of Ren, I came up with the character Barry. Remember the whole dragon love thing? Well, I gave that to this Ren's twin, Barry. Barry is the twin character for an actual book I'm trying to write called Home. You'll see that I'm making these vectors, and maybe later you can see why I have made these awesome little vectors. So I guess until then, this is Anna Rin signing out.